Okay. This should all be review except for maybe 1 or 2 words. The other class said that they don't remember learning those words, but I taught 6th grade math for a while. Y'all should have learned the words. But this should be a review. All right, what kind of angle is exactly 90 degrees? A right angle. What, on pictures, what usually indicates a right angle? A little square, right? If you see that little square, always tells you that's a right angle. All right, what type of angle is less than 90 degrees? Acute. Okay, something that's greater than 90 degrees. Obtuse. Okay, anybody know what type of angle is exactly 180 degrees? Straight. Okay, so this is something that is formed by 2 rays that share a common endpoint. That's an angle. That's the definition of an angle. Okay, 2 rays are just 2 lines. All right. The vertex is the point where 2 rays meet. It's basically the point, okay? Vertical angles are opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. So if they are opposite, you have to keep that in your mind. I'll explain why in a minute. Wait, is that an R? Vertical. Okay. It looks like an X. Okay, vertical angles are congruent. What does congruent mean? Equal, same measures. All right, 2 angles are blank if they share a common vertex. It's called adjacent. Adjacent.
Oh, they said Jason. What does that mean by share common vertex?
Well, they share a common point. So if I had these 2 lines right here, okay, this angle and this angle, they share the ray and they share the point. So those would be adjacent. And they share the exact same vertex. Okay. And then, so a vertical angle would be these, because do you agree they are on opposite sides? Okay, so that would be vertical. So 2 and 4 would be vertical because they are opposite each other. That's all right. All right. Name each angle in 4 ways. Then classify each angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. We're going to do that first. All right. Identify what kind of angle it is. What kind of angle is number 1? What tells me that it's a right angle? The square. Okay. That right there automatically tells me it's a right angle. All right. So when it wants us to name it 4 ways, that would be if I had this picture and I was trying to explain it to somebody, I would say angle. What about ABC? Okay, so that's one way to name it. What would be another way to name it? CBA. The other 2 only have one thing, like 1 letter, 1 number.
Why do we have to do that?
So that you know how to read an angle. Because on a problem, it might say angle LMN and angle DEF are what? And you would have to tell me what it was. So you have to know, then one that it starts with is where you need to start looking at it. Okay. I'll show you another example of that in a minute. All right. So what about angle 1? Is that describing the right angle? Yes. What about just angle B? All right. So I named that right angle 4 different ways.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait.
What kind of angle is this?
Obtuse.
Okay. It is an obtuse angle. What's one way I could name it? DEF. What's another way? FED. Yes. Not up here. I'm just doing that to draw attention to it. But you do it exactly like it is. You don't, yeah, labeling you don't have to. All right, what else? Look at how we did number 1. Okay, E. What else?
1 or 2.
2. Okay, what type of angle is 3? Straight. All right, one way. LMN. Okay. What else? 3. And M.
If the homework is just this, then it's
Is the next one a cute now?
Huh?
Is the next one a cute?
It is acute.
Oh.
Okay, what's a couple ways I can name it?
XYZ.
XYZ. CYX. 4. And Y. Okay, what's 5? Acute. I heard Trey say KLM. What else? MLK. Was waiting for somebody to point it out. All right, what else? 5 and
So is there like a mathematical way to like find the exact angle and measure it, or are we just gonna look at it and say that's an acute angle? Like,
if it wants an exact measurement, you don't have numbers, yes, there's a protractor that could help you. How we're going to see it will have yeah, I'm gonna give you an example in just a minute. Okay, I don't want to lead into that just yet, huh? I don't know. I think I might have. I was left with some supplies. I need to look. Yes.
How do you figure, or what is the letter and number on the end of the letter? Yeah, like how do you know if the number's on top or if the number's on bottom?
What do you mean?
Like on the after all the letters, what's the letter and number for? Don't know.
This and this?
Yeah.
Because it's pointing to that exact angle. So it's saying angle 4 or just that letter, angle Y. Like there's 4 different ways I could point out the angle. Okay. So I could do it if it didn't have a number here, I couldn't do 4. But when you're given a large picture and it has a whole bunch of rays and it has all these letters, you're going to have to know how to read it like this. Okay. And follow its path. So if it says DEF, it's wanting you to read it in that order. Okay, if it's saying angle 2, it's wanting you to look at is just angle 2.
So how do I know if the E's on top or the 2's on top?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Okay.
That's just the order that I listed them.
Okay. Look, there's a bed.
Okay.
Last year we learned about this, but if it was 2 like angles, And it made us subtract to find the.
You're going to have to do that again.
That's easy.
Okay. What about this one? What do we think? Obtuse. All right, tomorrow will be a review too, because y'all should have learned about complementary and supplementary angles in 6th grade too. Okay. What's one way I can name it? RST. Not TRS. Okay, I'm glad you said that though. Why can it not be TRS? Okay, and if there was another line here and I said TRS, it would be describing this angle. Okay, the angle that is in the middle, or the letter that is in the middle, is always the angle that we are looking at. So it is TSR. Okay, what are my other two ways? Not so bad?
No.
Okay. Here is where some overthinking started to happen. All right. So remember, adjacent, they share a common vertex. They share a ray, okay? Vertical are opposite each other. So it wants us to look at angle 1 and angle 2. So here's angle 1. Here's angle 2. Are they adjacent, vertical, or neither? Adjacent. Remember, they share that common ray, and then they have that same vertex. What do you mean? We only look at angle 1 and angle 2. That's what it said. Okay, angle 1 and angle 3. Adjacent, vertical, or neither? Vertical. They're opposite each other, right? If one is on the, what is the opposite of the right? The left. Okay, so that is vertical. Okay, 3 and 5. What? Yeah, neither. Okay, angle 2 and angle 5. No? Neither. Why are they neither, Cooper?
Because there's not a line.
Okay, and vertical angles are opposite each other. They are technically on opposite sides. However, vertical angles are also congruent. This one is obtuse, yes? Is this one obtuse? No, that's acute. If this line were to disappear right here, and this was just one angle, they would be vertical. Okay? All right, 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, adjacent. Good. All right, and then 1 and 4. Yeah. Adjacent mean beside? Yes. They share a common vertex. They're right beside each other. Okay. Now, something I want to point out on your homework, just because they were feeling real confident like y'all are right now, and then they saw it and they're like, oh my gosh. So I don't want you to overthink it, so I'm going to point a few things out.
That bottom one,
It's not bad.
looks like a bow and arrow.
I can see that.
Where? Oh yeah, kind of good. Like the J is the arrow, the G and C is like the. Yeah, C too. That's kind of cool. And then the F and H is like the string.
What? Not. This is a worksheet.
Looks like it's were you copying Connor? No, I did not remember. That's how that was.
Coach,
Mande.
ay, nos dieron dos iguales, pero uno es diferente de que los otros.
A ver. Ok.
Okay. Everybody have one?
Wait,
Oh, huh,
Oh,
thanks.
man.
Yes.
Actually, never mind. I think it's probably
You are right. You are right. Okay. Now, if you look at numbers 1 through 4 or 1 through 2, it says name 2 angles that are adjacent and name 2 angles that are vertical.
5Y and 85 are adjacent.
Okay. So you can put 5y and 85, or you could put
5X.
angle M. This middle point is P, so angle MPN or angle NPQO, whatever that is. All right, I don't care how you label it, as long as I can tell exactly what it is. Okay? Now, so Trey was just saying, I remember last year where we had to figure out like a value for an angle and all the things. So vertical angles are what? Okay, but it also on our paper said they are congruent, which means they're equal to each other, right? Yes. So what 2 pairs, which 2 angles are equal to each other?
5X.
Okay, so to solve for x, I would have to set it up like a one-step equation. 5x is equal to 85. And then that's a one-step equation.
So you just got to divide?
Yep.
So you do the same thing with 95 and
Same thing with 5y and 95.
Is it the 26?
Yes. All right, that's how you would set that up.
everything number.
Okay, 5 through 10 are exactly like 1 through 6 on your notes. Okay, I just said it. You're telling me, yeah, 2 angles that are vertical. Which angles are vertical to each other? Well, I just kind of helped you out here. And then so this middle point is P. So MPN, MPL, LPO, OPN, or NPO. Remember, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can name an angle. Okay. At the bottom, it says, use the figure at the right to name the following. So 2 acute angles. Well, can somebody give me an example of one acute angle real quick?
ABE. A.
Mm.
Right. Oh, it is. CHD.
CH what?
D.
That's not an angle.
CDH.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I want y'all to look there again. Because that's where, okay, so Will said CHD, Trey said CDH, but that's not, there's no angle right here. Remember the letter that's in the middle? DCH would be one. So angle DCH.
And then FG.
I'm not going to do the next one with you, but okay, a straight angle.
Oh, I get it.
Yes.
GBE.
GBE, perfect example. So do you see, is there probably lots of possible options for each one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So do we have to have 2 of those or just 1?
Two of each.
Man.
Okay.
I have a question.
What?
On the other 2 straight ones, there's 4 of them.
I know, that's why you choose 2. That's why I said, are there not a lot of possible options?
No,
Yes, there are.
what I mean is like there's more than just 3 letters.
Okay, well, you can just pick 3 and make sure.
On the 2 right angles, would it be GJ? No.
No. So if you're naming, Like, yes, this technically would be, no, it wouldn't. Make sure, don't try to name one. Like, if you wanted, oh, this angle's acute, but does it have 3 letters?
No.
No. But to make it simpler so y'all don't overthink and overcomplicate, find ones that have 3 letters. Okay? The straight angle, it just don't overcomplicate it. Okay?